All right, Aidan. So we are going to do a little bit of practicing like we did last time, where we practice and kind of look for key vocabulary words that you are not quite sure with. Now, this article is called "Why Fahrenheit 451 Will Always Be Terrifying." This is kind of about a dystopian society, and you said that in one of your classes, you already know what a dystopian society is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what is a dystopian society?
It's a society that's controlled by everything is controlled by a higher power.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to read this Fahrenheit 451 was super popular a couple years ago. And we're just going to read about why Fahrenheit 451 will always be terrifying. So what I want you to do first is I would like you to go through and kind of let's read the first two sections and kind of highlight any words maybe that are unfamiliar or words that maybe we need to look up or words that are confusing. I know that you said that in class you kind of try to figure them out. What we'll do is we'll really figure them out by looking them up online to make sure that we know exactly what they mean.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Okay, go ahead. Oh, I'm going to reach this one.
All right, I finished.
Okay, I saw you highlighted HBO, right? Do you kind of know what HBO is a little bit?
Not really.
So it's a cable. So what I did was I looked it up for it because I know what HBO is, but I didn't know what it stands for. But it stands for Home Box Office, and it's a cable television satellite network. So it's a like a TV channel that you can go to.
Okay.
But I highlighted George Orwell's book 1984. Do you have any background on that? Because I didn't know what that book was.
No.
No? Okay, so what I did was I highlighted that because I wasn't quite sure what they were referencing in that one. And so I looked it up, and so what is the book? The book was a dystopian novel set in 1984. It talked about that the novel is still relevant today due to its depiction of a totalitarian government and its themes of using major media manipulation and advancement technology to control people, which is kind of like what's going on right now, which is interesting. So they're comparing it because advanced technology to control people. Do you know what know what they're talking about? Social media.
Yeah.
Social media. Isn't that interesting? So, anyways, now what I think, you talked about how in class this week you tried to use the power notes and that they were helpful during your talking points. So what we're going to do again is we're just going to hone in and get really good at using those power notes to be able to talk in those small groups. So I really want you, let's read that first section again. Think of what is that main idea, okay? What is that main idea kind of in one sentence? And then the powers below them are all the kind of the supporting ideas in that paragraph.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Okay, let's get to work on that. You work on one and I'll work on one.
Should I write with the highlighter?
If you want to highlight that, you can absolutely use a highlighter to help you highlight to come up with your ideas. If that'd be helpful, do whatever you need to do, okay? Ooh, okay. Seems like you got a lot of notes this time. Do you want to start the talking first this time?
Sure.
Okay, so what do you think is power one? What do you think that main idea is?
How in the future that people will be controlled by social media or other higher powers.
Okay, and what do you have for power one then? Or power two, I'm sorry.
Every few years, political events lead to a burst of new interest in dystopian novels.
Good. So I wrote that dystopian novels are written to scare and control people. They make people anxious or fearful. And then I also put, which kind of what you put, that they kind of have a connection to current social media, current fake news. So let's go ahead and read the next section, which is actually called Fake News and How They Connect, okay?
Okay.